Archer and the Devil.
This is why not everyone should be allowed to vote.
Was that me?
Yes.
Okay.
Process it for a second if you need to.
I don't think I can. You're gonna die.
No, honestly, it does depend.
Of course you are.
It does depend.
You are.
It does depend.
Doesn't.
Welcome.
What was that?
Three
Is there an
welcomes.
echo in here?
There's an echo in here. It's your boy Archer and the D.
Fuck's sake.
Episode 38 of Archer and the Devil.
Holy shit.
I'm crying now. I haven't cried for so long.
Choked.
I'm immediately crying.
Went up my nose. Oh.
Episode 38, my age this time.
Oh. Hi. Jesus.
What up?
I'm pretty sure that gin came out my eyes.
You know what the problem is? We're doing this on a Monday, not a Sunday. And I feel a bit more lively on a Sunday. On a Monday even.
Oh, fuck. I wasn't expecting that. Holy shit. Archer and the D got me.
Archer and the D.
Oh.
Archer and the
You just
D.
referred to yourself as a massive penis.
I won't be the first person to have said it. And I won't be the last.
I agree. I got a bad neck.
You sciatica.
I think, no, that's in your leg. You
No,
get
it's
sciatica
not.
in your neck.
You can't.
No, you don't.
I know. I saw it in Biodome.
Your sciatic nerves in your leg.
I don't know. I'm crying.
in
I'm
your
really
back.
crying.
In your back?
Oh, your
leg?
pussy
It's in
and your crack.
It's in your back. And it goes down your leg. But I think I slept funny.
I hate when that happens.
And I got a
I
fucking...
pulled my neck really bad once. When I had my pub.
Oh, it's not funny now, is it? Now you've done it.
Well, no, because my story's funny. When I
Tell that.
When I owned my pub, I was getting ready for work. And I used to live above the pub, and I was straightening my hair,
Fucks.
and I pulled a nerve in my back, and I couldn't turn left. I was like Zoolander.
Turn left.
It's like I couldn't turn my head left, so I was just turning right.
Couldn't turn
It
left.
was like Zoolander.
Like your sat nav was broke.
Yeah. And then my doorbell went, "You all right?" And I was like, "Nah."
So to turn left, did you have to turn right three times?
Yeah. I pulled a muscle in my neck or a nerve or something. He was like, "How?" And I was like, "I don't want to tell you." He was like, "How'd
Did you
you
have
do
to
it?"
stand at one end of the bar so everything was on your right hand side?
That's certain things I can't get that. I can only get things.
Hang on.
On this
Couple of
side of the
side
bar.
shuffles, and then I'm all right now.
Yeah. Slide to the right.
You're right. That's a better story.
It is a better
That's
story.
a better story.
Yeah, I've done some dumb shit involving dumb things.
Fuck me. Hi.
How you doing?
Great.
This is the longest introduction we've ever had. Because it's your boy Archer and the D.
Oh, I'm
I
good.
nearly said it's your girl Archer and the D. So say that
I'm
for
good.
episode 40.
I'm good. I've had a good week on the internet. You know
had a
me.
good week on
you
the
know me in the
internet?
internet. Well, Boatface's cousin got stuck, didn't he?
Yeah.
In the Suez Canal.
What was it called? Ever Green. Is that the company?
I think so.
And then have you seen the amount of other boats that have been stuck in
Yeah,
the past
250 boats. It got, if you didn't know, it got stuck in the Suez Canal, one of the the major shipping route around the
It
world.
was costing $6 billion a day while it was there.
Yeah, 400 million an hour. It was
Yeah.
It was costing.
All
It's
these
quite
things,
excessive.
all these things we've tried to do is get rid of capitalism, and all you had to do
It's just
was just block
shut
off the canal.
Shut the canal.
Who knew?
But yeah, it's popped up a load of memes.
Yes.
Like a lot of
A
memes.
lot.
None of which I can remember right now, but I'm sure they'll be on screen.
I remember the EastEnders one. What
was the EastEnders one?
You know the start of EastEnders shows the River Thames?
Yeah.
And they were doing it trying to go around.
That's
Amazing.
But it got free today.
Today it got freed. So 2 days ago to you, if you're watching on Wednesday.
Yeah, I've seen a few.
is now free.
The pictures with the digger's the best one.
Yeah, because it's so
So-
huge.
Like he's optimistic.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was where most of the memes came from.
we could have done one where it was like Archer and the Devil as the boat, and then the little digger or the podcasts.
Not only could we do it, it'll be up tonight.
Still can.
It'll be up tonight.
We still can.
We still can.
Because I've seen someone did it with Game of Thrones and all that, and it was the boat was Vikings.
You just thought of this. It was original.
Sorry.
It was an original thought.
Sorry, yeah. Yeah.
Fuck's sake, amateur.
We could have
Amateur
done-
hour over
we
here.
could have done that. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun.
What else has happened in the world? Lewis won first race.
Yes, Sir Lewis.
Bahrain, Sir Lewis.
Sir Lewis.
Great race as well.
Great race.
It was a very good race.
It's the first time he's won the first Grand Prix of the season in 5 years.
Yeah.
And it was a great race.
It was a great race.
It was good. And they showed a bit of respect for Murray, made me a bit totes of mosh.
Totes of mosh.
Bit of mosh.
You're 237 to say totes of mosh.
When I had a bit of a I'm not crying, you're crying moment.
Yeah.
There's been my favourite thing of the week.
Go on.
Has been the Tick-Tock time traveller.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Have you seen it though?
I actually,
or have you read the headline?
I saw the headline initially because there's loads of these stories of time travel. So generally, you know how I feel about time travel.
Yeah.
It's going to trigger me, so I don't read them.
Right.
But you messaged me earlier about it, so I had a quick look. I didn't watch the video.
Yeah.
But I saw some stills from it, and the thing that got me. Give a bit of background first.
So this guy is on TikTok. He's got somehow he's got 1.5 million.
Yeah,
followers.
I saw that.
But from what I understand, I don't think it's that difficult to get that many people on
then.
TikTok.
Then why aren't we on TikTok?
Mostly because we can't be asked.
You can't be asked.
Correct. You made me cough from laughing at the start.
Sorry.
So he has apparently woken up in a hospital
In 2027.
in 2027 and has gone online because apparently the internet still works then. And has told everybody that humankind has been wiped out. He doesn't know how it's happened.
So he hasn't come back. The videos come back through time.
He's apparently sending the videos back at the moment.
So TikTok is the key to time travel, is what
Apparently
we're saying.
so.
All right.
So he woke up in a hospital that was empty
So like in 28 days later.
and then posted on his TikTok that was still apparently in 2021, not 2027.
Right.
Because that's how TikTok would work.
Yes.
Like,
Obviously.
if you post now, it doesn't go back 7 years.
No, but in 6 years, there'll be an option. What year and date would you like to post this?
So he's posted, somehow he's sent these TikTok videos back through time,
Genius.
which shows the empty beach, empty streets.
Empty beach with lots of footprints on there.
Yeah, and boats in the background.
Right, okay. I didn't see the boats.
Yeah, boats
I
in the
just saw the
background.
thousands of footprints.
Yeah, and an empty street. And if you look close in the background, there's a person on the zebra crossing. And also, on the streets, there's social distance stickers
Oh, really?
on the floor.
Almost
Yeah.
like it was filmed
Almost
yesterday.
like it was during lockdown when
Almost.
nobody was out on the streets.
Almost.
And he's gone to work a little bit earlier maybe, and there's been no one else there.
Yeah.
But apparently he's adamant that he's in
His name
2027.
Javier. He's
I
Spanish,
don't
isn't he?
fucking know.
Pretty sure he's Spanish. It came out.
And he's now today decided that he doesn't want to be there anymore and he's coming back.
He's coming back to here.
He's coming back to 2021.
Coming back
yeah.
to now. Okay.
Yeah. Even though he had no idea how he woke up in this hospital in 2027.
He's somehow worked out how to get back
He's
to
now
2021.
in the week that he's been in the future
Right.
with nobody else.
Yeah.
And all the electricity working, all the Wi-Fi working and everything, but nobody about.
Yeah, because that's
Only
how
Javier.
that's how nuclear power plants work.
Yeah.
If no one's there,
They just carry on.
they just carry on.
Just carry on. No problem.
They definitely don't overheat if there's no one there to regulate them.
No, it's been... I mean, how quick did shit go back in lockdown? 3 months?
It's about that.
Yeah, this looks perfect.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's decided now that he's coming back. Javier's had enough of
Let's
the
get
future.
him on the podcast.
Javier's had enough of the future.
Right, okay.
And he's coming back into... but he does state he's not one for conspiracy theories.
I'll believe in them.
You know what I mean? He does say he's not one of them flat earthers.
I'm going to go out and say on a limb. Javier, I think you're full of shit.
I'm going to also agree.
Sorry.
In fact, I'm going to go so far as say I concur.
I concur.
I concur.
I watched
Uh-oh.
Catch Me If You Can again last week.
Right. Leo DiCap.
Leo DiCaps. And there's a bit in that where
I think I've seen that.
it's a great fucking movie. It's got Tom Hanks in it.
Is that where it's all different characters?
Pilot. He's he's doing different. It's a true story, and he's
it?
yeah. He's basically trying to
I
get
can't stop coughing.
have a minute. You better.
It's what happens. I'm getting old now, and when I get to that point now where I laugh that much, it makes me cough. I just carry on
Do
coughing.
you wake up in the middle of the night to pee?
No,
Okay, I don't either. Yeah. It's coming. It's coming.
no. I just piss myself.
But there's a bit in that where he's learning to be a doctor and he's watching a TV show, and he's like, "Do you concur?" And he's like, "I concur." So when he's actually pulled into surgery, it's making me cough now, and doesn't know what to do. He just looks at the patient. He's about to throw up because he can't handle the sight of blood, and he's like, "Do you concur?" And the guy's like, "What?" And he's like, "Do you concur?" I was like, "What?" And he's like, well, either you concur or you don't. He's like, yeah, I concur. He's like, good. Then carry on. And walks away. And then the guy's like, fuck, I should have concurred.
Maybe I need to watch it.
Honestly, you'd like it.
I can't remember if I've seen it or not.
It's got Christopher Walken in it as well. He plays his dad. He starts off making fraudulent checks.
Right.
And then becomes an airline pilot, and then becomes a lawyer, and then becomes a doctor.
So he's just a con man, basically.
Yeah. But he's also 17 years old.
Oh, okay.
So...
No, I didn't know that.
And Tom Hanks is the person trying to catch him.
Right.
So, good film.
I heard on the radio today that somebody seen Tom Hanks in Cafe Nero in sort of...
Have you seen about Chet Hanks?
Who?
Chet Hanks.
Who's Chet Hanks?
Tom Hanks' son.
Okay.
He speaks in a faux Jamaican accent.
Right.
I'll show you videos afterwards because he's fucking insane but hilarious.
Right. On purpose or as a joke?
On purpose.
Okay.
He's covered in tattoos.
Right.
If you see Tom Hanks' 3 children, 2 of them look like Tom Hanks, and then there's Chet. Now, I think Chet is Chet because they named him Chet, so his body just became what you would imagine
a Chet to be,
and he is the quintessential Chet,
dude.
But he's been for years. He's proper like Wagwan, it's your boy Chet,
really,
all the time.
What?
And loads of people are like, you can't do that, but he just carries on. Right? There was a video,
like abs in 5.
Yes, but on like fucking roadman drugs, like steroids.
Yeah.
He's a good-looking guy. He's quite a hench, covered in tattoos, but he's just
Tom Hanks' son.
He's a fucking but he's an imbecile. But he's come out this week with a video saying it's going to be White Boy Summer, and everyone was like,
"Oh, I've seen somebody saying that. Is that who that was?"
That started with him. He's like, it's going to be White Boy Summer. Let me know if you're on board. And then bit by bit, he's coming out with saying what White Boy Summer includes. You're not allowed to wear plaid shirts anymore.
You're not allowed.
Not allowed.
Okay.
You only wear white or black t-shirts.
Right.
Not me. White boys.
Right.
This is a message for his white brethren.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
But he's also been like, stop calling women, what was it, smoking something? So you can't say that anymore. That's not on. So he's just going around making videos every day.
Right.
Saying, so these are the rules of White Boy Summer.
Okay.
And but it started off, I think, because Megan Thee Stallion, who was on WAP. Yeah. She said it was Hot Girl Summer. Okay. So he's basically just taken it and gone, I'm going to make it White Boy Summer. And it's fucking hilarious. But the best thing that came from it was someone put a thing up saying, what if Tom Hanks is that good an actor? That's just what he talks like at home.
Who, Tom Hanks?
Yeah. Like, what if he secretly goes around like, sup bumper class?
Maybe that's why nobody recognised him in Cafe Nero.
Oh, yeah.
Because they went, is that Tom Hanks? And he went, yo, coffee, brethren. And they went, no, it's not Tom Hanks.
Can't be Tom Hanks.
It's not Tom Hanks. That's fucking Dave from down the road.
But honestly, the whole thing, I don't follow him on social media, but his stories always come up on Twitter.
I feel like I need to.
Honestly, he's fucking hilarious.
What's he on? Everything.
Instagram. I think he's exclusively on Instagram.
I think I need to follow him now immediately.
Honestly, just watch his stories after. It's fucking amazing.
How old is he?
27 to 32, somewhere.
He's living his best life.
He's living his absolute best. His dad's Tom Hanks.
What does he do?
He's like the male Paris Hilton.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
He's a society boy.
He's a society boy.
Okay.
So, because he was the one who announced when Tom and his wife, I can't remember, who's he married to?
No idea.
I know it's another actress, I think, got COVID when they were in Australia. He announced it.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Yeah, but he came up first, still in his rude boy way, and then went to his normal Chet Hanks voice.
Oh, so he literally is putting it on
He
there.
has got an actual voice as well. But for the first few videos he used to release, he only exclusively talked as a roadman.
What?
I don't understand it.
Does he know he lives in America, though?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Honestly, it's phenomenal.
Is he okay?
I don't. No one knows. I feel like there should be a study on him. Like, he's honestly.
This is what happens when your dad is Tom Hanks.
Yeah, but,
literally that.
But for the other two, they're fine. Like, his other two sons just seem like dorky.
Maybe they do talk like that at home as well.
Just everyone.
And sometimes he's like, fuck, I slipped out of character.
I want to see a Kardashians version of the Tom Hanks family household. You know, like Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
Yeah.
That, but with Tom Hanks. Or like the Osbournes used to be.
Could you imagine? No, I'd imagine it's just a lot of disappointment with Tom Hanks.
Yeah, looking at Chet just like...
But his brother, sister, the mom, and the dad just all going,
what have we done now? What have I done? How did this happen?
What have you done now? He's like, all right.
That's what he talks like. I shit you not. He sounds like Ali G. It's incredible.
You need to put a video up.
Yeah, no, I will.
We'll try and get one of Chet's stories.
I'll put a clip up where he's there was one where it was on about Biden one. I'll put that one up. That's the best one. So it'll roll. I'll put the audio in there as well. So if you're only listening, it'll roll now. And it's incredible. Actually, I'm going to play it for you, and I'll cut this bit out. But honestly, it's fucking just because you need to understand what we're talking about.
Hey guys, I just want to say that, like now that Trump's leaving office, I think it's important to remember that he was the president, so we should show some respect. Pussy clot. Fuck them, Ross. Donald no one wrong but big boss man Biden. Fuck them, Ross. Pussy clot boy. Go suck on a mother.
What the fuck? What?
This is what I'm saying. Hang on, let me find you another one.
Big up the whole island massive. It's your boy Chet coming straight from the Golden Globes, you want saying? Me father Tom Hanks presenting in a white soon forward come. Big up, tune in.
And we're back. So now,
what the fuck?
Oh, I'm sweating. You have seen Chet Hanks?
Oh my god. Okay. I didn't expect it to be that bad.
Right.
Or he's that serious.
Yeah. That's what I mean. He's legit about the whole thing.
Oh, God. I can't talk.
I've never seen you silence before in my
When
life.
you said, if you don't know, you've just seen the video that I've just seen. He talks normal.
Yeah.
And he was playing it, and I was like, he's fucking over-exaggerating here. And then he just goes, psych. Whoa! What?
Literally is all brethren, bumperclad. Like the whole shebang.
But okay.
Process it for a second if you need to.
I don't think I can.
Because it takes a minute. The first time I saw it, I was like,
this is funny.
that's
Yeah.
got to be satire.
Yeah.
Like, he's just joking, right?
And then you watch a few more clips.
And then I was like, no, this is just him.
And they're all the same.
All the time, this is just him.
Do you think he does it at home?
He's got to.
Do you think he does?
He's got it down.
There's no way he's going at home, going, "What's up, mum? Suck your mother." You know what I mean? There's no way he's saying that as he walks into the house.
I mean, that's
To Tom Hanks.
suck your mother.
Do you know what I mean?
Because he says that on the video.
That's what I'm saying.
He says, suck your mother.
His brother pisses him off because, hey, suck your mother.
And he's like,
It's your mum as well.
mate.
Oh.
Chet, we've talked about this.
Psych.
Literally. Oh, man.
Why don't we use that word in the UK?
Psych.
Yeah.
Because PJ and Duncan ruined it.
Is that what it is?
Do you remember? What were they called?
Watch us wreck the mic. Watch us wreck the mic. Psych. So that's like going, we're not really going to do it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And that's why we don't.
We're not really going to do it.
I think it's
We're
one of
just
those things the
pretending.
14-year-olds say.
But nobody's ever said that in the UK.
Yes, they have. They used to say,
Really?
yeah, at our school, they used to say it. They'd be like, high five, psych.
Really?
Maybe not our school, maybe the school before it. Maybe when I was like 7, someone said
Maybe
it.
in your school that you went to in your head.
No, I've definitely had someone go psych to me before. It was like when Wayne's World came out and everyone went, nah.
Yeah, that. Not. I've done that a lot.
He's
High
done
five, not.
Psych's the same thing.
Yeah, but in America,
It's
not in
happened
the UK.
here. It happened here.
I've never seen
In
that.
like 1993, it was a thing.
Write in the comments if you've ever said psych and you're from the UK.
No one ever writes in the fucking comments.
No, that's true.
They
But
do.
Write in the comments if you never write in the comments.
Do that. If you've never written in the comments before, now's your time.
If you've never written in the comments, write psych.
Psych.
Because technically then you still haven't written in the comments.
That's amazing
You
logic.
know what I'm saying? Psych.
We want to talk about
No, I'm saying.
an unplanned event that happened as I arrived.
Oh, fucking Gareth.
You had a
Jesus
leaflet in your
Christ.
door.
So, let me see if you can see it.
We didn't want to name him, but we have to name
Fuck
him.
it. Also, so this is the leaflet. that-
I'll get a picture of it and post it on the
there.
thing.
Right. So this came through the door, right?
So I got his mail as I walked in.
Literally came just before he turned up. So it says vote independent. So we've got elections apparently.
Yeah.
Next week after. No, next month.
May
6th of May.
It's
I
on
don't
there.
even know what date it is. Anyway, for local councillors apparently.
Yeah. And this is the independent party.
And this is, well, I don't know if it's an independent party.
Or
It's
just
just
an
an
independent-
independent
yeah.
Gareth.
Gaz.
Gareth Roberts. Here he is.
We don't want to name him. We're not shaming him. We don't encourage any violence towards him. However,
There's a reason why we've named and shamed Gareth. Mostly because it's quite possibly the most half-assed fucking
leaflet
in terms of trying to get you to vote for someone.
Yeah.
I mean, he's literally put this through the door, and we've got to get motivated enough to go to the effort of going, I'd imagine, somewhere. I don't know, it doesn't tell me how to vote.
Why would it?
But you've got to go and make the effort to vote for Gareth, right? These are Gareth's policies.
Go on, yeah. These are his priority policies.
His tagline for his policy, his party, or him as a candidate,
campaign.
His campaign is, as your councillor, I will work tirelessly to promote local issues and stand up for what matters the most.
Which is the equivalent of taking looking for a place to fix your car or get an MOT done, and them saying, we will try tirelessly to fix your car.
It's as generic as it can get.
It's literally, cool, that's your job.
He's literally described being a councillor.
I will absolutely try to fix your car.
I vote for me as a councillor, and I will try my best to be a councillor.
Literally,
that's basically what that says.
That's what he's saying.
So Gareth, he's working tirelessly to promote our local issues and stand up for what matters the most.
Which are?
These are the local matters, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 bullet points. Okay, right. Yes to clean streets, free from litter and dog mess.
Dog mess.
I don't think anybody's ever used the word dog mess on their campaign leaflet, but Gareth, he's in.
He's a pioneer.
Yes to helping local businesses grow. Okay. So far, so boring, Gareth.
So far, so copy and paste of what should a candidate for his job do.
Okay, well, what's he going to do for the kids? So they always have to do something for the kids.
Well, you've got to mention the kids.
You've got to.
Those parents want to know how they look after, their kids are going to look after.
The parents are voting, the kids are not. So they're like, well, what are you going to do for my kids?
Exactly.
Okay, yes to more local activities for our children. Okay, that's it. Yeah, just activities.
But no one's ever going to write, fuck your kids, fuck their local activities.
Them activities could be litter picking. So, I mean, he's ticked 2 boxes there, right? Also, yes to more policing, ensuring our safety.
Fuck the police.
Again, more generic bullshit.
That's a black mark against him for me.
Yes to free green bin collections. Now this is an issue. Right? This is an issue. This has piqued my interest with Gareth, right? Because free your garden waste used to be collected for free.
For those that don't know, not in the UK, we have 3 bins. We have a black, a blue, and a green. The black is for general waste, the blue is recycling, and the green is for garden waste.
So you used to get that for free, right? They come around, put it in the back of the big bin wagon, and off you go.
But now they charge you for it.
Now it's £30 a year, motherfuckers.
Tories.
Right? So that piqued my interest. Yes to free green. I can't even say it. Free green bin collections. Never going to happen. It's already set in stone, right?
Yeah.
Gareth isn't going to change the rules.
Gareth isn't.
It's not.
Look at him.
It's not. Imagine how much money they're making off that green bin charge.
Yeah.
Gareth ain't going to cover that.
He's not.
You know what I mean? He's not making that shit up.
He's all you got to pay for is extra police.
Exactly.
And those activities.
And the fucking litter picking and the dog mess.
Well, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Streets won't clean themselves.
Correct. Next one. Yes to keeping council tax to a minimum. Again, Gareth, good fucking luck.
I mean, all you're doing is taking more finances away from yourself.
Also, what does your council tax pay for? Let's just break this down.
Well, no. We'll break that down after.
Why?
Because we have a conversation about that.
But it corresponds to the leaflet. It pays for policing.
It pays for Priti Patel's eyebrows.
But that's a different subject. But council tax pays for keeping your streets clean.
Police. Activities.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Want to build a park?
So everything that he wants to promote,
that's what I'm saying.
I want to promote it all, and also yes to road repairs and road safety,
which also your council tax pay for.
Also comes out of your council
so the
tax.
money that he needs, he's now not charging you
because he wants to keep them low. I think Gareth's a bit confused.
I think he is a bit confused.
But none of that, all of that, I'm getting really heated now.
Pales
into significance. Pales into significance. Gareth's fucking email address.
Do not email him. We're not trying to attack him.
Is Gareth Roberts 308 at gmail.com. Gareth didn't even bother setting up a fucking website for Gareth's campaign trail.
And not only that, there were 307 Gareths before him.
They got there before. Gareth wasn't even number 1.
He wasn't.
He could have even put Gareth for Wilnicott or candidate Gareth.
Or what's his surname? Williams.
Roberts.
G. Roberts.
Gareth, be a bit more fucking thoughtful.
Be a bit more creative.
Be a bit more creative, Gareth. Jesus Christ, man. His Facebook page, candidate for Wilnicott. Set up 9 hours ago. He's got one post on. Do you know what that post is? This fucking leaflet.
You did check, and he was like, "You said
This
page up
leaflet.
9 hours ago." So
God.
basically, what happened was his furlough ended yesterday.
I think this is what's happened. I think 100% this is what's happened. Gareth is sat at home. He's like, getting a bit fucking bored. I'm sick of looking at that Coke can over the road. I could go outside and pick it up myself. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make a change.
Did you notice at the bottom it said promoted by Gareth Roberts, printed by Gareth Roberts?
Is he printed his own leaflets as well?
He's self-sufficient. He's a self-made man.
Printed, sorry.
And he's put his address on there twice. Like there's two different things otherwise.
Gareth, sort your shit out, bro.
Vote for change.
I mean, you've got his email address now. If somebody wants to send us a link to this
I think we should
podcast,
run against him.
I think it's going to happen.
I think we should run against him.
Somebody's going to send a link to Gareth of our podcast.
I think we should run against him.
Gareth, they're valid points.
They are valid points,
Right,
Gareth.
your whole campaign stands around.
Gareth, if you want to come on our podcast, you're not going to come on our podcast. I'm sorry, Gareth.
Your whole campaign stands around creating change via various different points, all of which need money, all of which come from the council tax budget that you're trying to keep low.
I should point out, just in case anyone does know him who is listening, because he's local, he's round the corner.
He literally lives in the road next door.
We know.
Next road.
We know he means well. Good
I
luck
get
to
it,
you,
Gareth. I appreciate the fact that you're trying to make a change.
You are.
Gareth, stand out from the crowd, my friend.
Absolutely.
If you want to make a change, make a difference,
And also,
be different.
You need a new photo shoot. I'm just putting that out there.
You've appealed to literally the most generic, basic, fundamental issues of a councillor.
That's like...
Say something like, free pizza for everyone. Get someone's attention.
That's like saying free pizza for
Do you know what I mean? Every Friday, every third Friday of the month, I'm going to try and get 10 people free pizza. I'm in. Just for that alone, I'm in.
This is why not everyone should be allowed to vote.
Was that me?
Yes. That's why. So they're going to bomb 15 countries? Yeah, but mate, I might get a free pizza.
Also, not everyone should be able to stand for councillor.
Well, yeah, there's that as well.
But comment in below if you think we should stand against Gareth.
I'd
And
happily...
I am 100% putting that in as one of my policies.
Genuinely,
Every third month, every third Thursday of the month.
We could never run for government or for anything collectively.
Really?
We would argue on everything.
Can we not run as a team?
Okay, but I get final say.
No, it's 50-50.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, we get like 10 vetoes each
We need a third person,
to adjudicate.
an innocent bystander.
Just
And they could go, you know what I mean?
Let's just say that generally I'm on the right side of things morally and ethically, so let's just go with what
I
say.
mean, that's debatable.
It's not though, is it?
It's questionable.
So I do want to talk about, because you were saying,
Okay. Gareth, sort your shit out.
so Home
In
Secretary...
fact, tell Gareth, I don't care.
Don't tell him.
If you want to link him, if you want to send him a link to this podcast,
I mean, we've given him...
first of all, be a snitch. Second of all, you do it.
Here's the thing though, right? If Gareth does benefit off someone listening going, you know what, they're being harsh on him, I like that policy, green bin cost is a big deal to me, then Gareth, we've done you a favour.
Also, Gareth, depending on how you read this, you're welcome.
This is the most exposure you're going to get. So
Let's be honest.
You know what I mean? So,
No one's looking at your Facebook page, Gareth.
the Home Office
Right.
have released the expenditure. You know how you were saying about how, because you search, does he get paid? Does the council
Yes.
get paid? They don't get paid.
No.
What happens is,
They get a
Like a bursary.
reimbursement
Right.
for their time and anything costs incurred of being. So if Gareth goes out and fixes potholes himself,
yeah.
they'll reimburse him for the tarmac and his time to do it.
Okay, so that happens with a lot of... The main reason politicians get allowances is to pay people who volunteer to help. So if they get help, who don't get a salary, they can pay them through the money they get.
Okay.
Priti Patel,
Who is?
Home Secretary, I believe,
Right.
hers got leaked. So from the 23rd of December, gone, to the 24th of January. So some of them,
A month.
overall, from then till now. So, sorry,
Is this over a month or over a year?
I think it was over a year.
Okay.
So in September, she spent £5,415 in Primark.
And you can claim that shit back.
Apparently so.
Right. Work clothes, I guess.
£5,000 in Primark.
That's a lot of fucking
It's
clothes.
£2 a fucking
I was going to
t-shirt.
say, you get fucking 5 pairs of pants for £1.
She spent nearly £1,000 in Sports Direct.
Again, cheap as fuck.
£864 at hair there and everywhere. So at a salon,
Hair there and everywhere.
nearly £1,000.
Have you Googled that? Is that definitely a salon?
So there's a big talking point because one of them, the most expensive one, was at SP Beautiful Brows. She spent £77,000
On eyebrows.
£77,000. Someone worked it out. It would cost £500 per eyebrow hair.
How often is she going to the... And how expensive is this fucking salon?
So here's the problem. That salon closed in 2018.
Oh, dear. Oh, pretty.
So Beautiful Brows, the company Priti Patel maintains, did not do her eyebrows for £77,000, were dissolved in 2018. So how did she use her Home Office credit card to buy £77,000 of PPE from them in March 2020? And there's a thing, I'll put it up on the screen. Company status is dissolved. The woman who's registered as owning that business, or the man, also owns 815 other businesses.
Oh, he's one of them guys.
One of those guys.
Right, okay.
So there's obviously, these happen every once in a while. Someone a few years ago, I can't remember who it was, had a summer home that they brought using their expenses.
Isn't the home secretary... Oh, no, that's... Isn't that one they in charge of money?
Yeah. No, that's because that's Rishi is in charge of...
What's his title?
Finance minister, isn't he?
No, what's the one that lives next door, number 11, carries that case into the budget? What's his job? Who's he?
It's finance minister, isn't he?
No, it's not finance minister. It's fucking... I can't remember. He does the money.
Chancellor.
Chancellor, that's the one.
Yeah.
He's the money man, isn't he? The Chancellor.
Yes, he's the money man.
Yeah.
So Priti, let's find Priti's actual...
Is that Rishi?
Yeah, it's Rishi, yeah.
Okay.
She is, Home Secretary since
So she's in
2019.
charge of the security and the law and shit like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
because she was saying about the police shit, weren't she, and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. So well, she's very disliked for many reasons. Most of them being that she's a word that I'm going to bleep out. She's a...
Okay.
I'll take the bleep. I'll take the bleep on this one. Because she is.
Right.
But the fact that we have people... That's our money.
Yeah.
That's tax you pay, I pay, we pay, collectively you pay. Every one of you, if you're watching in the UK, being spent on eyebrows or Sports Direct, which she said that she was clothing refugees, which also she's trying to make it illegal to be a refugee, because it's not. It's not illegal to be a refugee. If your country is in conflict and you have to flee, it is legal to be a refugee.
Yeah.
She's trying to make it illegal, so you cannot come in, even if you're
Even if you're getting £5,000 worth of Primark clothes.
even if you get
Apparently.
£5,000, apparently. And the thing is, nothing's being done. She's still got her job. It's out there. It's in the news. Not the news, because they're not going to broadcast it, but it's people know about it now.
How can she get away with spending that much on a company that doesn't even exist? Clearly, there's something shady going on there.
Complete money laundering. It's 100%. Whatever she's doing.
Especially if that guy... What was that film? I watched a film the other week, and it was some fraud thing. And it was basically this guy in an office in, like, some fucking... not Mediterranean island. Like a tax haven.
Yeah.
And their office is purely set up to be a director of a company.
Yeah.
Because then you're like Cayman Islands or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. And then your business is registered there. The person in the office signs as a director.
Yeah.
And then they are, I think it was some sort of insurance company. I think there was an accident and the insurance company was registered in the Cayman Islands.
Right, okay.
So then they basically went, nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
And then nobody got paid out. I can't remember what the film, I'm sure it was a film.
Who else was in it?
I can't remember.
Okay.
But basically this guy was like the director of 4,000 other companies.
Yeah.
And it was just a way to register your business there, and then it's untraceable. They're basically like just fronts, shell companies.
Completely.
And then that guy didn't even know what he was signing.
Yeah.
He just signed it. Then he quit, and then this other woman, she was like a cleaner. And they went, oh, you've been promoted? Okay, what do you do? Just sit in the office and sign the paperwork.
You're CEO
All
now.
right, then cool. And then she became director of all these
Yeah.
companies. And then obviously they didn't get paid out either because whatever, but I can't remember. But that's basically what it sounds like.
Yeah, but that's the thing that's kind of like, and the worst thing is that we'll know about it. Everyone now knows this is a thing, but nothing's being done. She's not being questioned. She's not being challenged about it at all.
Wouldn't it even like claiming for eyebrows? Surely, even if it was
Right,
legitimate
even if it
eyebrows,
was 77 grand.
legitimate on eyebrows. Surely
£77,000.
someone's gone,
And
hang
the
on a
thing
minute.
is, honestly, you would expect us to have the best eyebrows. On screen now, tell me how good those eyebrows are.
I mean, I don't know.
When you look at them, do you get a reverse Medusa effect? You like,
Do you
oh
look
my
at them and
God.
go, 77 grand's worth of eyebrows
You know what?
there.
Fair play to her. She's got some good... No, she's got average eyebrows.
Definitely not worth that.
If I saw her in real life, I'd probably say a lot worse to her.
How much is that a month on average?
77 grand
Let me work it out.
divided by 12. You do the math.
Well, I know that. I was asking. I know how to do it. I was asking if you knew what it was.
No, I don't.
To save me from doing this.
I don't. I'm not that.
That's £6,500 a month.
You know what I mean? Like, that's...
And I'm pretty sure you don't have to have your eyebrows done any more regular than every month. I would assume. I mean, I don't know.
And even if you've got like TV appearances, I'm not even, like, who's charging that much? Surely you can find a cheaper company.
Even if you
If
had it
it
done
was
every week,
eyebrows.
it's £1,500 a week.
£500 per hair.
Nobody's paying £1,500 a week for eyebrows.
No one's paying £1,500 a year for eyebrows, I don't think.
That's crazy. So not only, well, if they're not asking about eyebrows, they're not asking about anything else.
That's
are
what
they?
I mean. So these people just get away. And I do think, I honestly believe we've got to a point now where our government are just like, you know what, they'll do fucking anything. We told them to stay inside, they stayed inside. Every time, they'll just do it. We told them there's more police. They're just like, they'll argue about it. They might go and burn a police van in Bristol. Or the police will burn them themselves and make it look like it was protesters. But no, we're not going to do anything. And like, literally, we've got to a point now where we're becoming to a point of dictatorship almost.
I do think that's crazy. That
And-
if that was you in a job and you had an expenses account,
imagine if I had like, they were like, here's a credit card just for essentials. If you ever need them, if you need petrol, could you want to?
and once a month
client.
they got an invoice for £6,500 and it said eyebrows, they'd be like,
Even if it was £650 and it's eyebrows, they'd be like,
at some point somebody would
can you
say,
have that credit card back, please? And also, get the fuck out.
yeah, of course they would. You're
I would.
spending what £6,500 a month on getting your own eyebrows done.
Well, there's like, have you seen that there's companies now who have restaurants who started calling their burgers
I have seen that. Yes,
like a mouse mat,
Yeah.
or like a certain
Yes.
kind of keyboard, so
Yes.
people can claim it back on expenses.
yes, I have seen that.
And it's clever
Yeah.
for if you're a regular Joe working for a conglomerate. I get that, but our government shouldn't be doing that.
No.
With our money.
When I worked at Sky,
That's where Gareth comes in.
when I worked at Sky, we used to get, if we stayed away, we'd get an expenses.
Yeah.
20 quid, 25 quid for a meal. And it included a soft drink, but not alcohol.
Right.
And depending on where you went, you could have a £4 Coca-Cola
Life hack.
that was actually alcoholic.
Right, okay.
So
you just let them know.
So
Can you not
would
charge the...
you could basically say, look, I need 4 Cokes that
Yeah.
comes as a pint of lager, please.
Yeah, yeah.
And they go, no problem, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you put it on your expenses. As long as it
Yeah.
says soft drink,
Yeah, yeah.
they can't argue
Yeah.
it. And it makes no difference.
But I don't understand why when potholes are a thing, we can't afford to pay nurses properly. The education system is fucking atrocious in this country.
Everything's just fucked. And that's being allowed
You can
to
spend
happen.
77 grand on eyebrows.
That's-
It's fucking
But
ridiculous.
what did she say then? It was PPE.
Yeah, well, that was her big argument, was that all the expenses were either helping refugees or it was buying PPE and stuff like that. But it's like, well, why are you buying PPE for 77 grand off an eyebrow company that doesn't exist?
That's not even open.
Like, literally, how
for
does that
3
work?
years.
Like, how does that work? And what PPE? What one company has 77 grand's worth of PPE that they can just sell on?
And why does she, as a single entity, need £77,000 worth of fucking PPE? What's she doing?
Well, saving us all, apparently.
You know what I mean? What's she doing funding a hospital on her own?
But I think that's her argument, was that we needed PPE. Because obviously, because tattooists, for example, have a lot of PPE equipment just all the time. Because of the
But I
amount of
think
hygiene
even
required.
if you had a fucking tattoo shop with 5 tattooists, you ain't spending 77 grand a fucking year on PPE.
Fuck, not even close. Not even close.
Even with the COVID PPE, you weren't spending that much.
Not
because you'd
a
never
chance.
open.
No. I think it worked out about £2 a person, I think.
Well, it was that was £1,500 a week.
Yeah.
So no shop is spending £1,500 a week on PPE.
No.
Also, they're not open.
No.
So they're not spending a penny.
That's what her argument was. They'd had this stuff, they'd closed for lockdowns, because a lot of places were offering up their stuff, but they generally were donating it. They're like, we're not using gloves. You need gloves, have our gloves. If we've got, you know what I mean? Like whatever it is.
So Priti Patel's buying stuff off with the taxpayers' money and then donating it to
hospitals and care homes or whatever. That's her argument. That's what she's saying she's doing.
That get taxpayers' money anyway.
But the company's also not real.
That couldn't get a hold of PPE.
Yeah.
But she can.
But she can.
Because she knows a guy.
She knows a guy.
Who knows 813 other companies.
Yeah.
Smells a bit fishy, doesn't it?
Just a little bit. But I just feel like if we obviously have the power, we elect these people into power, and we have the power to be able to get them out of power. But at the minute, nothing is being done. Like, we are so overdue a revolution. And I'm not saying I'm going to lead the charge. I might. Depends how angry I carry on getting. I need more clout. We need more listeners.
If Gareth gets in,
I mean, yeah.
I'm fucking revolting. Not literally revolting.
I mean,
I'm creating a revolution. Is that what you say? You revolt. You do revolt.
Yeah. You revolt.
I'm revolting against.
I do feel like
mostly Gareth. To be honest,
there should be an overthrowing of everything. Fuck the monarchy. Fuck the government.
Yeah, but you say that, but then what's the better alternative?
I don't agree with a single leader party policy system at all. Anyway, I think I get it's just a facade on the whole.
Yeah, but then surely you've just got more people arguing.
But then, so I just think you can have, just say you had 10 people because the thing is, okay, let me ask you this. Do you think Boris Johnson is the best person to be our leader?
Probably not.
65 million people and you're saying probably.
But do I know anyone better? Also, possibly, probably not.
I nominate me.
I disagree.
I could do a better job than Boris Johnson could.
I told you off before you'd even got here this morning.
For what?
For the fucking for what?
I don't remember.
You do? For fucking other people getting in your head. And you had to go at me about it when you agreed with me about it.
No, okay, yeah. That wasn't a big thing, though.
You listened to them immediately and went, stop doing this. I said no, and you went, no, you're right, I agree with you. That's how easily turned you off.
Well, no, because I'd already defended the point in the first place anyway. I disagreed in the first place.
But you didn't tell me that.
No, I didn't.
You just had to go at me.
But I didn't have to go at you. I made a statement.
Yeah. Agreed with them.
This is what we can't run for anything together.
That's what you can't.
I can. I'd be a great fucking leader. But even so, there is no way, if 65 million people, Boris is the best of us. Again, we've had this conversation before. If aliens came down and send us to your leader, I'd be like, what do you want? Just talk to me. You don't want to talk to him.
I mean, it is quite specific. What do you want from us? Well, I want your fossil fuels. Don't speak to him.
Yeah, dude.
Don't speak to somebody that knows about fossil fuels.
Absolutely.
Well, I want your women. Go and speak to him. Don't speak to Boris. It's all,
but,
you know.
Yeah.
But that's what the czars, as they called them, the business czar and the fucking whatever czar they decide. Surely that was the people, like Alan Sugar was a business czar and he was supposed to give his advice.
Also a bit of a prick.
But that's all it is. It's advice. But if it's a fundamental change, they don't give a shit because it's too hard to implement.
But it's not, though, because the thing is, it's just getting... It's taken bias out of it. It's taken preference out of it. Because I know, for example, I would want to defund the police. However, it's probably not the smartest move to do, just out the gate. So I wouldn't go, that's what I want. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, well, what's the best thing to do?
Yeah, that's because that's your opinion. It's not
and
necessarily...
defund the police doesn't mean eradicate the police force. It just means that you use different forms. So if it's a mental health issue, rather than sending the police in who aren't trained to deal with that properly, you send in someone who is. So it's like, if it's a domestic violence thing, then cool. You still need someone of the level of the police for that. But I also wouldn't give the police the right gear that they have and have them all dressed as fucking RoboCop going to break up peaceful protests, because that just seems counterintuitive. There's ways to do it ethically and morally. And I think the biggest thing is still, we've always said it before, is education. And I was talking to my friend this week who works in a school. She's a science tech at a school in Tamworth. And we were having a conversation about the level of education. And she was saying, she's listening, hello Joe, that all they care about now is their level of exam success. And that's it. So even if it's not like it might be beneficial to your education
Because it's a business.
But if it's not, education shouldn't be a business.
But it is, isn't it? That's the problem.
But that is the problem. But if this could be beneficial to your life, but it's not in the exam, so we're not going to teach it to you.
Because they say, well, your exam results declare how much budget you get for the following year.
Right, exactly. And that's the biggest problem with it, because that's everyone, that's us. We all go through that education system. And the problem is we have a better education system in private schools. So why is that not the standard? Because it's there. Expensive. But the curriculum there, maybe the level of teaching isn't. But if that, there's no more expense in teaching that level of information to us, peasants. It's there. It's proven to work.
But it's the change in it. That's the expensive thing. That's the long thing.
But we'd have more money to do it if 77 grand wasn't going on eyebrows.
True.
Or if 205 billion wasn't going to 290 nuclear weapons.
True.
If we taxed Amazon, if we taxed Apple, if we taxed Starbucks. So the money's all there, and the ability to do so is there because private schools exist, private healthcare exists.
I think, as much as we don't like to admit it, it is very much a hereditary disease as such. Is that it's been going on for so long? Yeah, it's now the accepted way.
Completely, absolutely.
So everybody pats everybody's back.
Yeah,
and that will never change.
That was the thing.
It's the same with the gun problem in the States. It's gone too far.
But I don't believe anything can go too far because Australia had this. Australia had a big gun problem, and it took one school shooting, and they went no more guns, and everyone went, yeah, fair enough.
Well, I was in there. I actually posted. A lot of my friends in America posted something the other day about. If you don't choose to carry a weapon, be thankful that the person standing behind you in the line does, because then they will protect you and themselves and everything else. And I'm like, do you know, and this, that, and the other. And I was like, do you know what? I said, we got rid of guns years ago. I said, and he got there was like, oh, criminals will still be criminals. I was like, oh, okay. I said, yeah, we got rid of guns. I don't know, what was it, 10, 20 years ago?
Probably about 25.
And I said, and we have very little really gun-related crime. I was like, there must be
minimal.
There must be a different sort of criminal over here. That must be all it is. And then everyone was like, yeah, but we had 10,000 gun-related incidents in the UK last year. I was like, I don't remember any mass shootings.
No.
You know what I mean? I don't really remember.
Dunblane was our last one.
I don't really remember any
and we were at school when that happened.
Any mass shootings. I don't really remember any kids doing active shooter drills because, you know, that's a thing these days. I was like, it's funny that.
But they do that here as well now.
What, active shooter drills?
In this country, they do it now as well. Yeah. And the whole thing of that, I've only heard off friends.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know if it's just necessarily active shooter or it's just terrorist drills. I guess is the way they do it. But they'll do it in like little village towns with a population of 1,000 people, and they'll do it there as well. And it's like, but I've always thought, especially if it's for a school shooting, aren't you just showing the shooter where you're going to hide? Like, if the shooter's in that class and you're doing a drill of what to do, should there be a school shooting? He's like, so where are you going to hide? Cool, okay.
If yeah, I know what you're saying, but it's not always the pupils, is it?
Well, no, it isn't. I think Columbine was the biggest one. That was 99 when it was 2 students.
And they tried to make that out to be fake, didn't they? So they wouldn't take the guns away.
Yeah, yeah.
There's still a big conspiracy around that, but it's not real.
There was a huge thing with the NRA. Apparently 10 days before, they blocked the ban of assault weapons in Colorado. And then 6 days after he brought the weapons and then did the shooting or something like that. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, why you need an assault rifle to hunt or protection. And what my favourite thing was, I'm not going to be able to find it now, but someone put a thing up saying, I keep my guns because if the government ever bans me from having healthcare and just said I need to fly my kid to Italy to get healthcare there, I'll get on that fucking plane because I've got my gun. It's like, so you're using...
Wait, what?
That was their argument. Literally, the argument was... if the government there in America wouldn't help them, that they would force their way onto a flight to Europe via their gun to get the healthcare they needed here.
I'm sure they'll welcome them with open arms.
100%. They'll go,
oh, you bought your gun?
Come on in.
Let us look after you. We love guns over here.
That's the logic. And it's kind of like, because I've had this argument when I've travelled and you speak to Americans. And I remember I was in Nice and everyone just left the table that I was with. Because I was like, there's me, and we were talking about it. There's me, a guy from Canada, and 2 friends from Tamworth as well. And the guy at the next table overheard us talking about gun control. And he piped up. He was quite older. He was like in his late 50s. And I argued every fucking point, and they were like, "Mate, we'll go to another bar, mate. We're just gonna go." And I was like, "I'll see you later. I'm staying. I'm fucking arguing." You know what I'm like.
I seen something the other day, and I can't remember what it was, and it was something about some TV show. And then someone else put, Biden America, and then the caption was, let's not tell him. And it was something like, I can't believe so and so in Game of Thrones, but it wasn't. It was like, it was worded as if it was a thing, but it was nothing to do with it. I don't even think it was in America, but it was like, Biden's America. And I'm like, that's literally the level of fucking, like you said, these people are voting.
Yeah.
Doesn't even know what it's about, and he's immediately gone.
My favourite thing, I still remember
remember
seeing a photograph that someone used up saying, "This is the future, this is the reality the socialists want." And it was like these big resorts on one side and then like shanty town and literally a fence between them. And they're like, "This is the future that socialists want." And I'm like, this is a present now. This isn't a Photoshop picture. Someone's taken this photo in a capitalist world. Like, I don't understand the logic of when people use examples of things that are happening to go, this is what they want to happen. This is what will happen if they're in power. You mean the photo you just taken now?
Yeah.
That's how things actually are?
Right now.
Cool, okay.
Yeah.
Great fucking logic.
Like the fucking wall. Build the wall.
Yeah.
That's real life.
I love that the wall just stopped. The day Biden came in, he was like, all of you, no more.
Was they building it?
Yeah.
Was they really?
Yeah, dude. There's some places, because the last speech Trump made as president was, he had the wall in the background. It's a fucking,
fuck.
It's huge. It's insane. Have you seen the seesaws in between him?
No.
There's like a seesaw, so someone from Mexico can get on one side and someone from the US can get on the other side and seesaw together.
Is this real?
Yeah, dude.
I didn't know they'd actually started building it.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
Did he? So he had 2 terms.
Yeah. No, he had 1 term.
So 4 years.
Yeah.
So basically, they've gone, we better get on this quick.
Yeah.
This could be a good
So he
contract
proper
for us.
towards the end started rushing it through. There's loads of stuff. When Biden came in, I think there were 17 things that he kind of like undid, because there was I can't remember what the abbreviation for it is now, but there's a pipeline, I think it's, and there's loads going through Native American land, and they're all like, can you not? Because you're putting oil that is guaranteed going to leak and kill our livestock and everything else, and the rivers and the waters that we live off. And they were like, no, it's not. Just put it through, it's fine. And then it leaked over and over and over and over and over again. So I think they're putting a stop to that as well.
I honestly didn't know that wall was a thing.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy.
That's fucking blowing my mind.
His last speech he made as serving president, was at the wall. He went to the wall to see how far along it had come. And he's standing there with the wall behind him, all proud and like, Jeff, you've done a great job. Pete, always liked you.
And they're like, fuck you, we have a job.
We have a job now.
Thought we was on this for fucking all the way to Mexico. Not anymore.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
This is the thing, I didn't realise, on the other side, on the Canadian border, it's called the 49th parallel. I found this out this morning. I was watching the thing. And you're all right. Do you want a massage?
I've hurt my neck. Carry on.
You said this earlier. And basically, when they were working out borders and stuff like that, they just said, we'll just put a line through on the 49th parallel across the globe. So that you've got the equator being 0 and you go up a degree or whatever. So this was the 1800s, though, so they didn't have compasses properly and stuff like that. So they just went up there with string.
Right.
And planned it out.
Yeah.
And there's like big forest and stuff. So they were like, we need people to know that there's a separation, there's a border here. So can you make a 20-foot wide line of just cut down all the trees?
Right.
And they were like, okay. So there's a big gap, literally,
I've seen that.
between Canada and the US.
I think I've seen
Where
that.
they just cut trees down.
That's it. And then there's just like a big corridor all the way down.
Just because that's the border, the imaginary border. And they were like, we want to make sure people see it. And there's a bit on Vancouver, there's a little bit of the island, it's on the 49th parallel. So even though it's not attached to mainland America, it's still classed as being America. And there's only a primary school there. So if you're in a higher education, you have to get a bus, cross the border, go all the way around. It's a 40-kilometer trip to go back into Washington State to go to an American school and cross the border there as well. So four border crossings a day to go to school, because you can't get to Canada because you're an American citizen.
What?
It's fucking insane. Just because years ago someone went, that's the borderline there.
And we're just having that bit.
Yeah.
What?
It's fucking insane. It's crazy.
That's mental. What did I read this? I seen a shark the other day that's older than all of the American history. Did you?
Yeah, it was,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because you think, and again, it kind of makes sense of how fucked up things are in a sense.
Yeah.
Because in relative terms, they're still quite young.
They're very young.
They're like 150 years
Yeah.
old. That's it.
Yeah.
As a country that's that fucking big,
Yeah.
with that many people, they're 150 years old. There's a shark that's older than all of America's history.
I think when did Columbus... Oh, I'm trying to
I think that shark was nearly 400 years old.
rediscover America.
That shark has seen more than every single American.
Literally, well...
That was pretty much an official American, not an official American, a colonized American.
Yeah.
That shark is older than them.
1492, is that when he went...
I don't know.
Officially stepped foot. So that was 600 years ago. He officially stepped foot there, but that wasn't for generations afterwards that
No.
they started, really. I didn't realise as well, Manhattan Island was sold because Native Americans had no concept of land ownership.
Right.
So Europe, it was the Dutch that went there first, and they called it New Amsterdam. And they were like, we want to buy this land. And they were like, what? Like, we will have this land. How much? Whatever. They had the conversation. Guess how much they sold it for?
Go on.
Or bought it for? $24.
The whole of Manhattan.
Whole of Manhattan. $24.
Because they didn't have they
had
didn't really
no
use
concept.
money either, did they?
Well, the reason that, it was, I suppose, trading in gold and stuff like that. And the reason they wanted Manhattan was because of where Staten Island and Long Island are. It's got an immediate port to the ocean, but you've got cover.
Right.
So you can't get attacked or anything. You just it narrows through. But it's deep enough that even in the winter, it doesn't freeze over and stuff. So you can have constant route of export and import there. And then the British took over and then renamed it New York after York here.
Well, that's where they all landed as well, weren't it? All the ships and everything
Plymouth
with the
Rock. That was in
immigrants and
Boston,
all that.
wasn't it?
That was they all
Initially.
landed on Manhattan, I think.
Yeah,
New York.
Ellis Island is where the place where they used to kind of go through.
Yeah.
It's why you have Statue of Liberty was there. I didn't realise as well that was only meant to be a temporary thing. Statue of Liberty was. It was a gift from the French. It was meant to be for a little bit, and they were like, everyone seems to like it, so let's just keep it up. Let's just keep it. Yeah.
I didn't know.
But
That.
yeah, it's fucking crazy. Like the way history works out is insane.
It is mad how little history they have, or little, and
Yeah.
it does show.
Yeah,
It does show.
No, completely
It's mental.
But those, like, I remember I had a friend from Alaska. I met him in Cambodia, and he came over. I think I mentioned him before. His name was Justin. He's a fucking rad guy. If you are watching, Justin, hello. He was traveling, hooked up with all these girls when he was traveling, and then they all went back home. And when he was done traveling there, he was like on his way back to Europe, meeting all the girls he hooked up with. And he came to England. He was like, I'm going to Hull. Like, why the fuck are you going to Hull? You're from Alaska and you're going to Hull. He's like, there's a girl I met. I'm like, cool.
With you.
Right. So he was like, do you want to meet up? And I've only been back about 3 weeks at that point from traveling as well. It's like, yeah, cool. Like, I'll show you around Birmingham and stuff. So we met up. And he was like, I can't believe how many buildings are made of brick.
Because everything's
And like, you know what I mean? It's just like, because we were talking about like how much, obviously, that Birmingham got bombed to fucking World War II. So a lot of it's been rebuilt.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was built cheaply because so much needed to be rebuilt and we had no money as a country. And it's crazy talking to him about this kind of stuff. And he was just like, yeah, like, our oldest building is like 100 years old.
Exactly.
And that's ancient to us. They're like, oh
And
my
that's
God,
a
that's
plaque
so old.
outside.
Yeah. This was built in 1902. They're
People-
like,
people-
1902?
That's why I think, you know, when you ask an American what car they've got, and they always tell you what year it is.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Because, and it must be the fact that there's
Yeah,
not,
but
they're not at that many cars.
Yeah, it's like a 92 Lincoln. Oh,
Yeah.
cool, okay.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
got some history.
Yeah.
It's mad.
Whereas here, I suppose you ask, what plate is it?
Well, you don't even ask. You just
You
go, what
don't.
car have you got?
But generally, yeah, I think if someone
You
buys
never very really ask how old it is unless you're buying a car.
yeah, like if you said to me, I've got a new car, I'll always be like, what engine size is it?
I just go, what
market
you got?
gallon
And you
is
go,
it?
Focus. I go, oh, that's cool.
I ask what year it is.
Do you?
Yeah.
You don't tell someone, though. You don't go,
No,
oh, 2008
I never say
Focus.
no, not ever. Ever.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Yeah, I've got a
I
1994
did
Civic.
with my Capri though, because it was an 83 Capri, so I used to always say to people, I've got a 1983 Ford Capri.
So American.
So American.
It's so American. But yeah, I think it is crazy. That, and I mean, it's not like either like they've looked around the world and gone, well, how have the people done it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's completely ignore all of that. And we're going to have amendments.
Yeah.
We're going to have rules that we live our life by, and nothing can change them rules.
Even though we call them amendments.
Yes, that we can change them, but
it's
we're
in the-
never going to
'cause
change them.
It's in the name.
We're never going to change them.
It's in the name.
So-
Called an amendment.
One of our
You can
amendments
amend it.
are we can have a gun to protect ourselves in times of war.
Because of the Revolutionary Wars.
Okay, cool.
And people had muskets then.
And okay, cool. So now I can have a rifle in my bedside table.
That takes 15 minutes to load.
Because it's the same rule.
Yeah, but
Also,
now...
isn't it just a bullet?
What do you mean?
Like a bullet from a rifle is going to kill you just as much as a bullet from a pistol.
No, because there's different ones. So, for example, with shotguns, you can get a buckshot.
Trust me, if you get shot in the head with a pistol, you're going to die.
No, honestly, it does depend.
Of course you are.
It does depend.
You are.
It does depend.
Doesn't.
Because people... Do you remember when Dick Cheney shot someone in the face with a shotgun?
I'm not talking about shotguns. I'm talking about a single bullet gun.
It depends on the pistol.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
A starting pistol that bangs, maybe. An
50 Cent.
actual
50
pistol.
Cent got shot 9 times.
Yeah, not with the... Yeah.
In his face as well.
Yeah.
He's still testing
Yeah,
songs
but that
about
wasn't
it.
a very good shot because they went through his jaw. If you've got a gun at somebody's head
Oh, yeah.
like that,
Point blank range.
whether it's a fucking rifle or a pistol,
In your,
it's going to do the same damage.
Cerebral gland, is that what it's
I
called?
don't
The third
know.
eye?
So the point is,
You're going to die.
you don't need a fucking
Oh,
Uzi
you don't need... Yeah.
at the side of your
No,
bed just
no.
to kill somebody a bit
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, a bit more
They're
death.
dead. You know what I mean?
death,
Oh, but I
yeah.
want to kill you a little bit more, so
Yeah.
here's 50 more bullets.
Yeah, yeah.
That's basically
Well,
what you're saying.
Chris Rock had a thing years ago where he was like, fine, bye, you're right there. You're yet to have a spill, 38 episodes in, and I'm waiting for it. And he was like, fine, sell guns, but every bullet's $50,000.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they were like, you know what, I'm going to fucking kill you
Once.
when I can afford to.
Yeah. Oh, I'm only going to use one bullet.
Yeah, yeah. But by the time you saved up the money for it, you'll be like,
Calm down a bit
I'll
now.
calm down a bit now.
Calm down a bit
Yeah, you know what? Don't worry about it.
Yeah. It's fine. I understand.
yeah.
You fucked up. We all do it.
But that is the gun thing's ridiculous. I can't believe we're still having the gun debate. Or they're still.
But
having the
again,
gun
when
debate.
you said earlier, I think it's gone too far. It hasn't gone too far. How do you stop that?
No, I don't. When I say it hasn't gone too far, what I mean is there's no way you can not do it. You can tomorrow. You can ban all guns.
Yeah, of course you can. But that's all it will be. You saying all guns are
Well,
banned.
no, because in Australia,
That's it.
if you're a registered gun owner, then you have to hand your gun back.
Yeah, but it's just very different. It's a very...
They did it in Australia, and it worked.
But
there.
they didn't
There's other
have
countries.
guns like America did.
There's a big thing. Which,
Did they? I
No,
don't
no. Well, there's way less people. There's 330 million people in America. And
Well,
there's
that as well.
significantly less than Australia. But there's people on Twitter, like black people who are always like, if every black person registered for a firearm tomorrow, they'd change the gun laws.
It's probably true.
And they're like, we can save America
Yeah, it's
by,
very true.
by buying guns.
Yeah.
Like, we all go and buy guns.
That's how
They'll
fucked
stop
up it is.
That's how fucked up it is.
Yeah, that's very true.
Well, today the trial started for George Floyd.
Yes. From what I understand, all the defence has to do is convince one juror
It didn't.
that
kill
he
him.
didn't mean to kill him,
Yeah, yeah.
and then that's it.
No, it has to be a
A
complete
unanimous.
decision. Yeah.
That's crazy. Because you know there's going to be some crazy white boy on there going,
Yeah. Like, not even listening. Just like, is it time to say no yet?
yeah, exactly.
Just wake me up.
Just give me a nudge when I need to
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
not guilty.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
And that's it. They've
That's
already
all
made
it
up
is.
their mind because there's nobody in America that doesn't know about that
And the
case.
thing is, it will. Like in '92, during the LA riots, that was Rodney King. So Rodney King was found. Someone recorded him with one of those big old school VC
Yep.
cameras.
Getting beat up.
By lots of police officers. The video got leaked. And then the officer who was called Officer Coons was his name.
Really?
Was his name?
That's unfortunate.
Him and everybody else got let off, and they were like not guilty, and that's what started LA riots. LA 92 is an incredible documentary. If you haven't seen it, it's fucking amazing, and it just shows a point where LA was that pissed. Just anyone driving down the road, they were like, "What colour are they?" Smashed the bricks in.
Was he a
the
white
windows.
police officer?
Yeah, all of them were. All the police officers were white.
Maybe that's why. Maybe he just had years and years and years of people taking the piss out of his name, and he just got ingrained that he hated black people.
Well, whatever it was, he was a piece of shit. And then Rodney King came out, and that was when the famous "Can't we all just get along" thing came on.
Did they kill him? Did he die?
Rodney King died. Yeah, he only died a few years ago.
Oh, he didn't die during the attack.
No. He was fine afterwards. Because the thing is, he did have a criminal background. So a lot of people are like, yeah, he was a criminal. Like, yeah, but you don't have 5 police officers beating the shit out of him for it. Especially for whatever crime it was meant to be. And the same argument comes.
And that was when NWA and all that came out.
Yeah,
didn't it?
yeah,
And that
yeah.
was because of all that
Yeah.
work during that time.
Yeah. And I think, again, it will be the same kind of thing. If this goes away, inevitably it probably will, which is he will be acquitted for it. He won't be sentenced for the crime.
I don't think he will.
They will absolutely be fucking writing for it.
I can't see realistically, in any...
They're not going to put one of their own away.
I don't think they are.
They're not. Not when the entire world is watching as well.
I don't think that. And it's what the world needs.
Because if you hold him accountable, then you have to hold them all accountable.
Yeah, exactly.
Going forward. And they won't do that.
No.
And I think apparently the biggest argument against is that he died from a drug overdose. That's the narrative there.
Yeah, and underlying health conditions.
Yeah, because he was a big dude.
Yeah.
Because that happened with Eric Garner. Eric Garner got strangled, and he was another one saying, I can't breathe. There's a video for that. He was selling cigarettes, loose cigarettes on the street, and got murdered for it by a police officer who's literally got him in a fucking chokehold. But he's bigger than me. He was a fucking huge dude. And there's like 4 or 5 police officers on him because he was selling loose cigarettes. And they were like, it was health conditions that killed him. Yeah, cool. Not the fucking choking him.
No, exactly.
Not the forearm on his fucking jugular.
If you hadn't have choked him, chances are he wouldn't have stopped breathing.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So, yeah. But, so it's a heavy time in the world.
Yeah.
Currently.
Good luck, Gareth.
I was just about to say the same thing.
Where's he gone?
Oh, Gareth.
Hi, Gareth.
I want to stress, let's not bully Gareth, even if we have a little bit. We're just trying to encourage you. We're putting a fire up your ass, Gareth.
Listen, Gareth, right? And I'm going to say this again.
Go on.
Because somebody will send the link.
Do you reckon?
You can do better, Gareth. All we're doing is trying to encourage you to do better. Be different, stand out.
Yeah.
If you seriously want to make a change, stand out.
Yeah.
Put your fucking nose in places that people don't want it to be.
Yeah.
Like we do.
We
never shy away from a conversation, whether people like it or not. We don't give a fuck. If it needs talking about, it needs talking about. If it doesn't need talking about, we talk about it anyway. If you want to make a change, Gareth, you make a change and let other people know that you want to make a change. Don't just fucking Google how do I become a councillor, copy and paste and make a poster and fucking put it through my door.
And also, you need a better email address.
Sort your shit out, Gareth.
Like,
come on, man. If you go speak to producer Rob, he'll sort your fucking website out. He'll charge you a fucking fortune. But it's better than Gareth fucking 308 at gmail.com. Fucking Gareth.
The other 307 Gareth are laughing at you right now.
You could have done Gmail at Gmail. That would have been way cooler. G for Gareth, Gmail. Gmail at gmail.com.
I wouldn't have got that. And I'm sure that's probably been taken.
I don't believe that for a second.
Well, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Archer and the Devil. I was going to say the D again, and I thought, I can't deal with another coffin fit off you.
Gareth.
I was going to do that earlier, I forgot.
That's all I've got to say, bro. Sort your seat out. Fix my fucking potholes. You do get in.
We do have a pothole problem.
Fix my potholes.
So, yeah, do fix that.
Not personally. They're in the road.
I mean, you can get it back on finance, apparently, on your expenses.
Yeah.
So if you do personally fix them.
Honestly, I can fix potholes and I can set up a bogus company that you can pay to fix these potholes. So if you also want to walk down that route, then you fucking hit me up, Gareth.
As you can tell, Priti Patel got away with it, so you might be fine.
There's Wix's down the road that sells bags of fucking cold tarmac.
Have you seen in China they use plastic? They recycle plastic to fix roads.
I bet it fucking lasts longer.
It's fucking genius.
Because it doesn't melt when it freezes.
Well, yeah.
It doesn't all go...
Well, they don't just use plastic. It's not like...
just pouring it in.
Yeah. But they've used plastic as a component because it deals with their plastic problem as well.
China?
I know. China.
Really?
Of all people.
China.
Okay,
bye.
Peace and love.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye, Gareth.